Alright, good morning guys. I hope you had a good weekend. First off, I want to start off with going over your homework from last week. So the first problem says, how far did she travel? What she had to do is look at the distance, and since the top of her line is all the way over at F, you have to look over at the y-axis as to how high it went. So she went 60 kilometers. So you should have had 60 kilometers here. Okay. How long did it take? Well, you did it the same way I found the 60, except for you go to the end of the line and go down on the graph where it's represented in time. Now, this one's a little bit more tricky. It ends at 6 p.m., but if you'll notice, it starts at 1 p.m. So the amount of time that's between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. would be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. So the entire trip took her 5 hours to complete. All right. Now, you'll notice in this graph that she is going fast, and then she slows down a little bit, then she stops. Then she moves again, and then she stops, and then she goes really fast. So, she's obviously not going at a consistent speed the entire way, but if it's an average, it's going to combine all the speeds and just put it into one type of line on average, okay? So, you're going to use A and B to help you find this. If we're looking at the speed formula, which was speed equals distance divided by time, well, we found that the distance was 60 kilometers on problem A, so it would 60 kilometers, and you're going to divide that by the time, which was 5 hours. Okay, so 60 divided by 5 is 12. And that's what 60 divided by 5 is. Now, kilometers divided by hours, you can't do it. Plus, speed is supposed to represent how far you go in a certain amount of time. So you go 12 kilometers every hour. All right, so that's how you got A through C. All right, so one of the first things we were supposed to learn here is how to interpret what the graph means. So if it's going up, you're going away. If it's going flat, you're not moving. And if it's going down, it's going towards you. And the steeper the line was, the faster they're going. So if you're stopping, it means you have zero distance, which means the line isn't going up and it's not going down. It's just a flat line across. So if you look at where they are at B through C, for about a half an hour, they stayed at that 30-kilometer mark and they didn't go up or down. So that's one stop. And you'll notice at D and E, there was another stop. So when it asks you how many stops did she make, there were only 2 stops. How long did she stop altogether? Well, if every graph's going to be a little different, but this one specifically, if you're looking between, let's say, 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., that's 1 full hour. And since they cut that in half, that little line in between should be half an hour. So each one of these little boxes is going to represent 30 minutes. So that would mean that BC would be 30 minutes. And since there are 2 lines at D and E, that's going to be a complete hour. So you have an hour and 30 minutes, which is the same thing as an hour and a half. So, oopsies, that needs to stay as a 2. So the total amount of how long did she stop for? It would be an hour and a half. So the way you solve that is you have to go back and actually look at how long she stayed stationary for and add them together. All right, what was her average speed excluding the stops? Well, if you remember from problem B, I believe, it asks you how long was the entire trip. And we initially said that the entire trip is 5 hours long. But this one says it wants to exclude the stops, which means they don't want them there. And since we know that she was staying stationary for an hour and a half, we need to exclude it. In other words, we have to get rid of it. So 5 hours minus the amount of time that she was standing still, you're going to do 5 minus 1.5. So you should have gotten 3.5 hours as the time. So the amount of time she was actually moving was 3.5 hours. So this is once again a speed problem. All right, speed equals distance divided by time. And we know that our distance, the total distance she traveled, remember that was 60. We had that for the previous problem. So 60 kilometers was how far she went. But the only time she was moving was 3.5 hours because we subtracted the parts where she was just sitting there and doing nothing. So if you do 60 divided by 3.5, you should get 17.14, and then our units, once again, it's kilometers per hour. So her speed was 17.14 kilometers per hour. Alright, so for some of you would be really easy. The fastest part is going to be the steepest part of the line, and a lot of you can just tell that by looking at the graph. But I want you guys to get used to looking at the actual slope of the line, which is going to be representing the speed, because we're going to be doing that for the rest of the week. Okay, so I will say you might be able to figure this out right away, but let's do the actual math to figure it out. So let's concentrate on the blue line, the 0 through A. So if remember the speed formula is distance over time, the reason this is going to be the slope is, those of you math people, it's going to be rise over run. So you'll notice the distance goes up and down. So if I ask you to look at this blue triangle, how much does it go up in the distance line? So distance is going up and down. So it goes from 0 to 20, right? So the distance between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock was 20 kilometers. And how much time did it take? Well, it was from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so it's 1 hour. So the blue line, if I asked you what the speed was, it would be 20 divided by 1. In other words, it's rise over run, so that's going to be your slope. So the blue line, the speed is just 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's look at the red line now. Okay, speed equals distance divided by time. I want to know the distance that the red line starts here and ends here. So we're going to look at it starting at the 20 and it's ending at the 30. So the distance between this part of the red line and up here, it's only 10. And if I look at how much time went by, remember each of these is a half an hour. It's between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Once again, it's 1 hour. So if I go back to my formula and I want to know the speed of the red line, the distance that it went up was 10 kilometers. And how much time? 1 hour. You simplify that, it's 10 kilometers per hour. So obviously red is not the correct answer, okay, because 20 is faster than 10. So that's not right. All right, let's look at the green. Okay, speed equals distance divided by time. I want to know how much distance was traveled between C and D. So I'm starting at the 30 and I'm going up to, looks like 45. So between 30 and 45, that's 15. So 15 kilometers is my distance. And then I want to know how much time went by. Well, once again, it went by 2 boxes. So that's a half an hour and a half an hour. It's still 1 hour. So the green line is 15 kilometers divided by 1 hour. It is a speed of 15 kilometers. Okay. Once again, 20 kilometers is faster than 15, so green is not the right answer. All right, let's look at the yellow. All right, yellow, I'll do it up here. Speed equals distance divided by time. The distance between here and here, that's 3 boxes. So we started off at 45 and we're ending at 60. So between 45 and 60, that means our rise is 15. So the distance traveled between E and F is 15 kilometers. And then time. This one only went over 1 box. And if you recall, 1 box is only half an hour. So they traveled 15 kilometers in half an hour. So 15 divided by 0.5, it's actually going to be 30 kilometers per hour. So since 30 kilometers per hour is faster than 20 kilometers per hour, that means that blue is no longer the fastest line. The answer you should have gotten for G was it was between line E and F, because it had the fastest speed. It was the steepest line, and if you calculated it by math-wise and found the actual speed of each line using the distance and the time, it did in fact have the fastest speed. The password of the day, or the code of the day, will be squirrels. If you want my help today, you gotta say squirrels to me. Alright, the very last part of this problem was just asking you to describe in motion what was happening between UV and VW. So UV is a line that's going up, so not only are they moving away from where they started, but because it's a straight line, they're moving at a constant speed. So the answer for A would be it's moving at a constant speed away from where they started. VW, however, it's a straight line, so that means there's no movement at all. So they're stationary, they're not moving. That's the answer for letter B. Alright, your homework for tonight is the exact same as the homework on Friday. I've just changed the graphs. So as long as you watch this video, you should be able to figure this out, no problem. Once again, if you really need my help, I will be there for you. I will Zoom with you. I will do whatever you need me to do. I'm just asking you to watch my videos first instead of coming directly to me first. So if you've watched my video, you'll know the secret word. I hope to hear from you soon, and adios. Have a good day.